Only a few more football videos left this year, guys. Hey, who's clapping for that? Anyway, very, very interesting week. Let's go over the results here of what the wild card round ended up being. First game was Arizona at Carolina. Now, this was a game that pretty much everyone and their mother was picking Carolina to win. You have Ryan Lindley, a third, arguable fourth-string caliber quarterback starting for Arizona. And there's only just so much the defense can do. Now, I, amongst everyone else, picked Carolina to win this game. However, I was one of the people that really was just kind of disappointed in Carolina in this one. And, you know, not to gloss on a negative because they won the game, they're going on. I know I'm just a bitter Eagles fan that they made the playoffs and my team didn't, despite them having a significantly worse record. Like, all that aside, this game should have been 50-16 at least. I don't care what potential in the world Cam Newton has. Cam Newton is an injured quarterback trying to play football right now. And the fact that Carolina only won this game by 11 points was disappointing. If you watch the game and look at everything in totality, yes, they pulled away at the ends. It was close up to the half, into the third quarter, and then Carolina pulls away. But this offense can't do shit on Carolina. We'll get a little bit more into that in the preview video. Anyways, Carolina wins 27-16. Oh, next up, Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Boy, if there's one thing about Pittsburgh fans, it's that they get so pissy if you don't worship their team as the end-all be-all, or if you sound in any way underestimating of them. I predicted Baltimore to win this game, and, you know, people just kept saying to me, you know, I'm not giving Pittsburgh enough credit, and it's like, oh, here's one of them right now. That's an interesting little hashtag there. Let's see here in this. Here's another one. Wow. Wow. He's rather angry, I think, and well, he's saying I need to do my research a little bit more. Well, you know what? Thank you, because I did a little bit more research during the game, and I concluded one thing watching this game. I concluded that the number 30 is bigger than the number 17. Suck it! Pittsburgh always beats Baltimore in the playoffs. Shut up! Alright, Archfiend's 2 for 2 with his predictions so far. Let's see how he did on Sunday. Cincinnati at Indianapolis. I told you, I said, was this the year that Andy Gingerbread Man Dalton was going to finally win a playoff game under Coach Lewis? And I told you the answer to that would be no. And Andrew Luck showed them that the answer to that was no. Indianapolis wins 26-10. One very convincingly. One more convincingly than I thought they were going to win. And man, Cincinnati, it just seems like such a hopeless state of affairs. I mean, you're going to come back with the same coach, the same quarterback, same caliber team, and it's like, are we just going to go through all this again? One and done in the playoffs again? Anyways, Indianapolis is moving on. Congrats to them, and I like Andrew Luck. I mean, if there's one guy who I'm rooting for in this league that isn't on my team, it's Andrew Luck. I really like the style he plays. I know, like, people like, oh, he gunslings from time to time, has too many turnovers. You know, sometimes in this league you have to take chances to win. Brett Favre was the perfect example of that. I see Andrew Luck as, career-wise, he's going to go down as a better version of Brett Favre. Except he's not going to hang on and try and play when years beyond when he should be playing. Anyways, Brett Favre talk. Indianapolis wins. Detroit at Dallas. Oh, I already went over this video a bit earlier this week, and I still stand firm on saying no matter what that pickup flag called, whether the flag wasn't picked up on that pass interference, the tug, the face mask, and all that other shit that was blown calls during the game and all this, yeah, I get it. I still think Dallas would have won that game. Detroit looked like a dead fish going into the second half of that game. Just a dead fish. In Dallas, they really started gelling. That's the thing, like, everyone's like, Dallas didn't win too convincingly. No, Dallas got their dicks kicked in the dirt in the first half of that game and rose up and fought back and convincingly took over the second half of that game. And frankly, Romo, Dez, Witten, they're not getting enough credit for what was done in the second half of that game because people keep harping on that stupid little picked up penalty, which I agree was huge. I'm not trying to underplay that as some minor thing to brush off. But man, Romo, Dez, Witten, everyone else that really started clicking in that fourth quarter, man, they are getting credit for winning that game. Because again, you still got to get in the end zone, even after that 10-yard pooched punt. Anyways, Dallas wins 24-20. Kill me. Dallas is playing another playoff game. I'm gonna cry. All right. Going into the divisional round picks, I can tell you right now, the picks that I have for these games, I feel almost as confident as getting them all right, which, by the way, I went 4 for 4 last week in my picks. Everyone that shunned me and said my picks sucked, eat me. Anyway, these divisional round picks, I honestly think I have just as much a chance of getting these all right as I do getting them all wrong with the exception of one game. We'll get into that in a second. Anyways, Baltimore at New England. Let's just face it, Baltimore has New England's number when it comes to the playoffs. Under Tom Brady, well actually, ever since the Ravens existed, I should say, they faced each other 3 times in the playoffs. Baltimore's won 2 times and lost once. And even that one loss that was 4 seasons ago, Baltimore was the better team. You got a receiver dropping a ball in his hands in the back of the end zone, and then your kicker all of a sudden misses a pooch field goal. A chip shot field goal. Like, what the hell? Anyways, New England goes on to the Super Bowl and loses to the Giants again. Anyway, sorry to bring up bad memories, New England. 7 interceptions Tom Brady has in 3 games against the Ravens in the playoffs. This team has New England figured out. Flacco is about the most flawless quarterback that we could quite possibly ever see. I mean, the guy, when he won the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago, had one of the most dominant playoff runs going on the road. Well, they played their first game against Indianapolis at home in the divisional round. But going on the road in Denver, winning convincingly, winning the Super Bowl against a very high-octane San Francisco team. Anyway, it goes without saying. And then beating New England in New England. I just don't feel it this year for Baltimore. I just don't feel it. I don't feel it, especially with a healthy Gronk. I think New England wins this game. Will I be surprised for a second if New England loses? No, I don't. But I'm picking New England to win this game. Sorry, Baltimore. Carolina at Seattle. The one thing about this game is everyone talks about how dominant Seattle's defense is. But if you look at all the stats that Seattle's number 1 in, Carolina is number 2 right behind them. So it's not like they're saying they're just completely outmatched. The one thing that brings Seattle to the dance, which is their defense, well, Carolina isn't exactly chump change in comparison on the D end. But like I said, Cam Newton is a hurt quarterback trying to play football right now. And even if they put up 27 points like they did last week, I still see Seattle winning this game. I see, honestly, this is the one game that I don't have a shadow of doubt in. I'll be the first to eat my words if Carolina wins this game. But Carolina has not been playing impressive offensive football to any stretch of the imagination. Not that Seattle's a world beater offensively, but they're that damn good on defense. Carolina may be number 2, but Seattle is a significant step above them, even though they're just separated by 1 digit. I see Seattle winning this game by at least 17 points, probably 21 plus. Like, honestly, that's what I see happening. Dallas at Green Bay. Brings back memories of the old Ice Bowl. First time Dallas has played at Green Bay since that Ice Bowl game. I've got a bad feeling. I've got a bad feeling. I really wish Aaron Rodgers didn't have any little asterisks next to him. Will play, but with injury. I wish I could have seen a game out of Aaron Rodgers to find out how bad. Calf tear is no joke, even a partial one. Because I don't think, as bad as that Dallas defense is, Aaron Rodgers, a few percentage points off of his game is a world of difference. And Dallas's defense is good enough to take advantage of that. And frankly, that Dallas offense, I don't like how it matches up against Green Bay. Don't like it at all. I don't like guys like Clinton Dix having to come over and bring over and help cover Dez. I'd be the first to tell you I think Dallas is going to lose this game, but I honestly think Dallas is earning a trip to the NFC Championship game in Seattle and have a rematch of, oh my God, a rematch of the team they've already beat this year at home. And when it comes down, I know people are going to be like, well, Green Bay's undefeated at home this year. Dallas is undefeated on the road. It is much more impressive to have an undefeated record on the road than it is to have an undefeated record at home. Yes, I know this game is in Green Bay, but give Dallas some props. They've won 8 games on the road. That is impressive. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Dallas is going to win. I'll be glad to be wrong, though. And ending the week, ending Sunday night, Indianapolis at the Denver Broncos. The man that was the chosen replacement to Peyton Manning gets to face the guy they got. Anyways, gets to play Old Man Manning. Oh, a very close game they had in week 1. Very close game. And we all know the Peyton Manning playoff syndrome, the one and dones, the choking, the interceptions, is this the Peyton Manning that played the regular season? Am I predicting the Colts to win? You goddamn right I'm predicting them to win. It has a lot more to do than Peyton Manning syndrome and his one and done ass. It's that he hasn't looked impressive since week 10. And on top of that, he had one of the worst games of his entire career just 2 weeks ago against, I almost said Indianapolis, against the Cincinnati Bengals. The team that Indianapolis just carved up. I mean, seriously, do you think Peyton Manning's looked impressive and all? He had a pretty impressive game against the Raiders. Against who? Against who a couple weeks ago? Who, the Raiders? Who cares? It frankly wasn't impressive. One and done Manning, the best quarterback to ever play regular season football. Again, I won't be surprised for a second if I get every single one of these picks wrong. But will I? Hell no. I'm going to be perfect, just like I was last week. I'll end on an arrogant note. Have a good day, and I'm not going to say anything bad about the Cowboys. They're just damn it. Have a good day, everyone. Enjoy some football. By the way, I won't be live tweeting during the games this week. I'm going to be recording them on DVR and watching them because girlfriend just deserves some time to be spent with her. So, anyways, I can consolidate the games into an hour of time. Spend some time with my boo. Have a good day, everyone. And spend some time with your boos. Or get a boo if you don't have one. They're not hard to find. They're at a bar, or you can get them at Walmart even. I just wouldn't trust the ones from Walmart. Have a good day, everyone.